Good morning, day traders, and welcome to Market Minute, a hedge fund trader's technical analysis for Monday, April 18th, 2022. Let's get after it. So hopefully everyone had a really nice long weekend and recharged after what was a relatively choppy week last week, right? So a lot of sort of indecision in that 4 days, not really able to get much follow through on that bear flag. That being said, right, certainly looks like a little bit of that bearish momentum has stepped back into the markets. We have a little bit of downside pressure here this morning. So Thursday, right, we had a really strong bearish engulfing candle with increasing sort of outlier volume. And then now we're sort of gapping down here this AM. So strong bearish volume, right, strong candle shape, and then gap down, sort of giving us that 3 for 3. Definitely have a little bit of an indication of this being a trending day. If we can break down under this 435, right, 40 area, certainly looks like we've got space towards that 434, 432, 431, and then eventually that sort of 430 zone. Very similar narrative here on QQQ with a really strong daily volume candle, right? Nice bearish engulfing candle, and then a little bit of a gap down. So getting that sort of 3 for 3 here this AM. I would like to see that pressure continue to step in and push this down as a trend day, right? So definitely have a more bearish bias than bullish bias here this AM. And if we can lose that 336.80 on volume, we've got space towards that 335, 334, 333, 331, and then eventually that 330 zone. Apple, giving us a very similar narrative as well, right? Bearish engulfing candle, increasing volume on this sort of breakdown, and then a little bit of a gap down here this AM. We'd like to see that 164 area break and fall for a move towards that 163, and then we sort of move a dollar at a time towards that 160 area. Tesla giving us maybe a slightly more challenging setup here this AM with that inside bar and then sort of a neutral gap up or gap down, right? Not really getting a ton of follow through in either direction. Still waiting for that sort of 970 break here, right? And if we can get that sort of follow through, then certainly has some conviction. Don't know if I like that increasing volume on the inside bar, right? Tends to not tell us that one side is given up. So want to be a little bit cautious here. But if this thing can break that 970 on some volume, it's going to move about $10 at a time. We do maybe have a little bit of that. Maybe area could be like that 974. So we'll kind of cross that bridge as we get to it. Microsoft, right? Same narrative like we're getting on the index level with that bearish engulfing candle, right? Increasing volume bar and then nice little gap down here this AM. If we're able to lose that 278.60 barrier on volume, certainly feels like we have room towards that 276 and then that 275 area. But then underneath, right, price action starts to get a little bit wicky. And I'm not sure how clean or how easy the price action will be. So want to be a little bit cautious under that 275. AMD, right, giving us a really nice bearish engulfing candle, nice little gap down here this AM, but not getting that increasing volume profile. So we're getting that 2 out of 3 here this AM on AMD. That makes me just a little bit more cautious, makes me want to be just a little bit more patient until things look absolutely perfect. That being said, if we can lose that 91.50, we've got about 75 cents towards that 90.75, that $90 range, and then we start to move a dollar at a time towards that $88 barrier. And then last but not least, we have a really nice looking setup here on NVIDIA with a nice bearish engulfing candle, right? Increasing volume bar, and then a little bit of a gap down here this AM. We're able to lose that 211 area, right? Previous high was previous low was that 211.35. Now we're kind of gapping down underneath. So if we can lose that 211 area, certainly looks like we've got space towards that 210 and then towards that 209. And then through that 209 starts to move $2 at a time towards that 205. So that's how I plan on dominating today's action. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. If you want to trade with me, you can start your 7-day trial for $1, right, at daytradinglivestream.com. And that's it, guys. So have yourselves a fantastic session and talk to you guys all tomorrow for the next Market Minute.